Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Evangeline Downs here on Saturday. It's the 1st of July, 2023. Gonna look at the 8th race from Evangeline, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And I mean around the world. There's some great races. We start here on the East Coast at 7 o'clock in the morning with the racing on the UK, and then go all the way to the end of the Meadowlands. There's some great races all throughout the day, so it's one of those days. Just sit in front of the TV and just watch all the good racing. Very unusual for me to look at Evangeline, but it's a very exciting stakes race. We're going to look at this 8th race. So let's get to it right now. The 8th race, it's the John Henry Stakes. It's going for a purse $60,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards here. A dozen horses are going to their turf course, the distance of ground of 1,700 meters if you want to go by that, or the distance of ground of a mile and 1/16th on the Evangeline turf course. 1,700 meters, a mile 1/16th. And I show the diagram, just gives me a second to look down my notes, just bear with me. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 8 horse, Woods and Water. I'm going to go 8573 in the superfecta. 8573 Super, top selection 8 horse, Woods and Water, 4-year-old gelding by Palace here, lead Thomas Trains, gets Pompel up in the saddle. The horse's most recent outing came to Louisiana Legends Turf at Evangeline, a mile 16th on the 3rd of June, and the horse won by 1/4 lengths that day, and from a tracking trip, when he got to the front end, he quickened up and he went away with it, coming home with an 85 buyer. That was a strong run and only his second turf event. Coming back to turf again, 3rd start on it. You know, he's improving. I'm going to take him here today. His turf debut came in a allowance race, 35,000 for state breds on the 19th of May, 1 mile here at Evangeline. And the horse went by 1/3 lengths. He was a little bit wide, but when he had the tracking trip, he quickened up nicely. Went away with it. A very, very good run for him there. And then the 21st of April at Evangeline, 7 furlongs on the dirt, hit a state bred allowance race, 9-4L. He won by 2 3/4 lengths that day. He saw his good pace to close up with on the front end, and when he got to the front end a little bit wide, he really took off clear. A winner of his last 3. His form hasn't been half bad at all, really improving. 7-2, he could definitely win. I think the 5 horse Cairo Water for Del Cid is your second likeliest winner. Ran a few weeks ago at Lone Star, mile and 8th in the Texas Turf Classic, where he finished 5th by 9/4 lengths that day, and he was just flat that day. He never really had the good run. Prior to that, at Lone Star, 1 mile and optional 40 claimer. He finished 2nd by a neck. He stalked, he had the lead, and he got caught late, but the winner, they had to disqualify him for interference, so they placed his horse up. I thought it was the right call. And then Sam Houston, 1 mile and option 30 claimer, winning by a neck, and from a tracking trip, he really took off clear. He's making his local debut. He has races fast enough to win here. I'll give him a shot here at 5-2. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Evangeline, it is John Henry. Gonna take the 8 horse Woods and Water. Give kudos to the 5 horse Cairo Warrior. Where are we? 8573 Super, 85 in your multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.